Om Sri Aurobindo Mira. Human will and divine will. At least 9/10 of our freedom of will is a palpable fiction. That will is created and determined not by its own self existent action at a given moment, but by our past, our heredity, our training, our environment, the whole tremendous complex thing we call karma, which is behind us the whole past action of nature on us and the world converging in the individual determining what he is, determining what his will shall be at a given moment, and determining, as far as analysis can see, even its action at that moment. The ego associates itself always with its karma, and it says, I did and I will and I suffer. But if it looks at itself and sees how it was made, it is obliged to say of man as of the animal. Nature did this in me, nature wills in me, and if it qualifies by saying my nature, that only means nature as self determined in this individual creature. It was the strong perception of this aspect of existence which compelled the Buddhists to declare that all is karma and that there is no self in existence, that the idea of self is only a delusion of the ego mind. In reality, the freedom and the determination are only two sides of the same thing. For the fundamental truth is self determination of the cosmos, and in it a secret self determination of the individual. The difficulty arises from the fact that we live in the surface mind of ignorance, do not know what is going on behind, and see only the phenomenal process of nature. There, the apparent fact is an overwhelming determinism of nature, and as our surface consciousness is part of that process, we are unable to see the other term of the being reality. For practical purposes, on the surface there is an entire determinism in matter. Though this is now disputed by the latest school of science, as life emerges a certain plasticity set in, so that it is difficult to predict anything exactly as one predicts material things that obey a rigid law. The plasticity increases with the growth of mind, so that man can have at least a sense of free will, of a choice of his action, of a self movement, which at least helps to determine circumstances, but this freedom is dubious because it can be declared to be an illusion, a device of nature, part of its machinery of determination, only a seeming freedom or at most a restricted relative and subject independence. It is only when one goes behind away from Prakriti to Purusha and upward away from mind to spiritual self that the side of freedom comes to be first evident, and then by union with the will which is above nature complete.